Hey everyone, this is Lee Allen with Imarketslive, and we're going to go into putting a SwipeTrade into your demo account. So the first thing you want to do is open your SwipeTrade app, and normally it will refresh and open the last trade or signal that was sent, but we go ahead and in the top left corner and hit refresh. Make sure that we've got the most recent. Now this one is a update for the EURUSD, and it was given 11 hours ago, but we're going to go ahead and select accept at the bottom. You can read your notes in case you had put that in and it's telling you to close or delete your EURUSD pending order. So at the top left, we're going to hit the back button. Now we're at the previous window, which is the new trade alert. And since we don't have any most recent new trades, we're going to go ahead for training's sake and put this one in. Now, this signal time was 11 hours ago, so we most definitely wouldn't normally put this trade in. You want to put a trade in within, a few minutes of the signal time, and not 11 hours, but since this is the one that we have available, this is the one we're going to use for today's demo purpose. So we're going to go ahead and choose accept. And at the top there is a window that shows the 1 hour time frame and his entry. This is just a little bit of his analysis, letting you know how he chose this particular trade. If you scroll down a little bit, it tells you your symbol type, which is the EURUSD, and that's the euro US dollar. And below that it says time frame, which in this case is H1, and that isn't needed for your entry. That's just to let you know where he did his analysis. The next line says trade type, and in this case it's a sell. Very important information right there. And if you'd like, a lot of people, we like to keep a trading journal. So if you want to, you have your trading journal from our getting started. So, you can go ahead and be writing this down as you're looking at this so that you can enter it into your MetaTrader platform. Or we can also use the copy-paste method. Then the next item says entry price 1.09. So we will be putting that in. And then the next item says entry price 2, which in this case we don't have one there, so we'll skip to the next item, which is order type. And this is a limit. So in this case, we're looking at a sell limit, and that's going to be very important here in just a few minutes. Then our trade size is 0.07, which is 7 micro lots. And when we look at the amount of pips that we are risking, that's going to be about 1% per $1,000 balance in our trading account. Our stop loss is 1.0914, and our take profit is 1.0856. So we will be putting this information in here shortly. Then down at the bottom in his comments, he puts this in just a little bit different format, which you will get accustomed to seeing as well. And this is the EURUSD sell limit and the entry, the stop loss, and then our risk is only 14 pips. It's very, very low, so that's why this is only a 1% risk on a $1,000 account balance. And a lot of times, if you get a signal from me, you will see it more often in this manner. You'll see it will look like this laid out here, like you see here. Okay, so now what we want to do, I'm on an iPhone, so you want to toggle so you can see your MetaTrader 4 app, which in this case is right here. And again, this is on an iPhone, but most of the information is very, very similar. So iPhone has the word quote at the bottom left, and Android just has those arrows. So you want to be on your quote page. Sometimes when you open it, it might be on this page, or charts, or whatever it opens up to, but you can select this arrow kind of sideways blue and white, and that's your quote page. And then we can scroll around and look for the EURUSD. In this case, it's at the very top. And I do have another video out that shows you how to put these in alphabetical order, because it just makes it a lot easier finding them, so you're not having to hunt for them so much. And it's very beneficial. So if you want to just tap on that EURUSD line, you have a box that pops open, and it might say new order on the Android, but here in the iPhone it says trade, chart, and details. So what we want to do in this case is we're going to select trade or new order. So at the top it has the EURUSD, and if you have an I or an ECN, that's just part of the broker account type that you have, so that's okay. You're going to see that on different brokers. There'll be different letters maybe at the end. But you have the EURUSD at the top, which is, according to our SwipeTrade, as you can see, that is the pair that we are, the symbol pair that we're going to be in. And then just below that it says market execution, or some may say instant execution. But you want to tap on that word, market or instant execution, and then a drop-down box will open. So we have 4 or 5 options: market execution, buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, and sell stop. So in this case, we want to look over here, and our SwipeTrade says sell, and then down below it says limit. So we know this is a sell limit. So we're going to go to our MetaTrader 4, and we're going to select sell limit. Now, we're going to go ahead and do 0.07, because he said that was 1% of a $1,000 trading account, and we're going to just, for demo purposes, use that. And then the next item we're looking for here says price. Now, price means entry price. So we want to look at our entry price. And in this case, it's 1.09000. So we can do this one of 2 ways. We can tap on that. Now, it automatically puts numbers in, which I really wish it wouldn't do that, but it does. So we need to back those out. And it was 1.09000. I'm going to double click and check on that. And of course, you could have written it down. Make sure, a lot of people, will transpose numbers. And so if you want to make sure that you're putting in the right numbers, another way you can do this, and this is a lot of people's favorite feature, and that is where it says entry price, to the far right is a little folder. And if you tap on that folder, it says data successfully copied. You can say okay. And then we're going to go over to the entry price. You can back all those numbers out, tap on there, and paste. Look at that. That is our copy paste feature. Don't you love it? All right. Now let's go to stop loss. Of course, again, it can be confusing. Get rid of those numbers. We're going to put in our own numbers. Go over to the stop loss down here. Tap on that little file on the right-hand side. Data successfully copied. And go over here and paste. Isn't that nice? Now we're going to do it on take profit. Back out all those numbers. Go to our SwipeTrade. go to the folder at the very end of Take Profit, tap on it, data successfully copied, okay, and then we're going to paste. All right, so we have all of our numbers in, and I'm going to let you know that the place bar should be blue. If that place bar or order bar, depending on what you have, an Android or an iPhone, for instance, in this case, it's grayed out. So that means that something is wrong, that my numbers aren't put in correctly, or that this is no longer a sell limit. So what that means is, in this case, because it was 11 hours ago, then our price has moved. So when this order went out, price was actually higher than our entry. I'm sorry, let me say this right. Price was actually lower than our entry, so it was going to go up, select get our entry price, and then start moving down to this 108560 number. Well, if you look right here, current price is 1.0967. So now our price is above our entry. So instead of this being a sell limit, now it would be a sell stop. So that's, a little bit more information. If we weren't doing this so late, then you wouldn't really have to be worrying about this. But anytime, I just want you to know, anytime that's grayed out, it's because that there's something wrong with the numbers. And sometimes people put the take profit number where the stop loss is, when they're copy and pasting, and so that could be another reason. And also I want to show you how the stop loss is red and the take profit is green. So in an Android, on the left, instead of it saying stop loss, it's just going to have a red bar. And that's where you're going to put your numbers. And the same thing for take profit. It won't say take profit, it just has a green bar. And that green line is where you're going to add your take profit numbers. Okay, so in order for me to put this trade in, I'm going to have to choose sell stop. And of course, it deletes all of our numbers, so I'm going to go back over and I'm going to choose entry price, and I'm going to paste, and then the stop loss, back out their numbers, put in our numbers, and then take profit, copy, and paste. Now, all of the numbers are working, and the place line is blue, so that means I can put this order in. Now, this probably wasn't the best example. We really probably should do this with a current cell, but you know what? This is a good example for you to know, some of the reasons why this may not go in. So in all reality, this trade has already expired, but we're just going to go ahead and place it in demo so that we can see how to place an order. All right, so the next thing you do is select place, and then it lets you know that you have a pending order. So at the top where it says orders, and then to the right you see the numbers moving in black. So that just means that we have a pending order. We're not actually in the trade just yet. Once price reaches this 1.09000, then it would trigger this to go into effect, and then this would these numbers on the right would be red or blue, depending on if they're in profit or not. And then where it says orders, now it's going to say positions or trades. So let's go over and see our quotes. I'm going to show you a couple of things here. At the bottom of the phone, you have quotes. You have candlesticks, that's your charts. Trade shows any pending orders or orders that you have at the moment open. And then you have your history, which in this case, there are a couple of other little trades that we've done here, and it shows you your history of your profits or your losses. All right, that is your basics for entering a trade from